Let's go ahead and look at Trump flip off a Ford worker. You got that video? I need to see this.
I just want to say that is an incredibly small and unintimidating middle finger. I've never seen anything like that.
Yo, them hands is little.
So the first two are points, right? And then he went for
First two are
it.
points. Yes.
Well, but he definitely said F you to somebody.
Oh, yeah, no. He put the first is a point with a you.
Yes.
Well, the guy called him a pedophile protector.
Yeah, I got to tell you, that guy's braver than me. His name's out here now. He's been, that guy.
Well, he's also been suspended. I wonder, now, this guy's a union worker at the Ford, whatever, I think that's Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They're saying that they want to fire him for that.
For freedom of speech?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if freedom of speech cuts that way, guys. Everybody at your workplace,
yeah, at your workplace,
yelling at the president of the United States. I don't know if that flies.
Ugh.
If you were at a job and they're like, the president's coming today, and you're like, damn, the president's coming today? Gross. And then he shows up and you're like, pedophile predator. I think that's just called you acted up at work. I mean, speaking as some people who have acted up at work and been like, what happened? I think I'm in a perfect place to say that's acting up at work. I mean, I respect the hell out of it, but it's acting up at work.
But let's see what the union says, because he's probably definitely a part of a union.
Has to be.
And that's the UAW, which is the Union of Auto Workers. And
where are they at with Trump these days?
I don't think that they were they supporting Trump as a union? I think the auto workers actually went with Kamala this time around, I think.
I thought so. I mean, they were definitely on Biden, I thought, in 2020. But that micro little finger is crazy. I've never seen a micro middle. The micro middle is nuts.
Well, the micro middle is crazy. Now, Trump was at a microphone yesterday. I don't know if this popped up on y'all's algorithm, but it hit mine. And he was having problems, respiratory problems, some sort of problems. Do we have that clip?
Ladies and gentlemen.
No,
that circulated on my algorithm, and I was like, "Where's the whole video?" Because he could have been making a
because this is what makes the left bad too. He seems nuts. He is nuts, and it's an embarrassing video. But I'm pretty sure he was doing an awkward, embarrassing impression of Biden.
Exactly.
And I haven't seen the whole
which
thing,
is why I wanted to play it.
Oh,
congratulations!
Because you couldn't even ever see the full one. You only
I couldn't find the full clip.
That's the thing about us just living in whatever reality we've created in front of us. Because it's still embarrassing, but everyone's like, "Oh my God, is the president okay?" Laura, you know when you see those tweets and they have the little flashing light and it says "Holy." Sorry, pardon my French. It says "Holy ish," and then it's like President Trump is losing it in front of a microphone. And then you look and you go, he's just being the same jackass he generally is. This isn't unusual.
Yeah.
You saw last week when he was hitting this joint?
Oh, he was running that back?
Oh, yeah. Last week he was running the two joints in the face.
Nah, listen. What was that thing called back in the day? The muscle. Remember the muscle thing? What was it called?
The shake weight.
The shake
weight dance. How he's doing his shake weight dance.
Who was he making fun of last week? Last week was about trans athletes. And again, he's doing an awkward joke during his comedy routine because he's losing it. And this is the part. I think this is the part, Ebro, where you're talking about his dementia kicking in becomes relevant. His routine just isn't slapping the way it used to.
It's not sharp. It's not sharp.
He used to do a sharp 60, maybe even 90, hit all his greatest hits and get out. Now he's rambling. His voice doesn't have the power.
So on that note, remember the video we saw where he got up from the table? I think we played it here. He got up from the table in a meeting last week and walked out the window to look at like where the ballroom was going to be. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
You guys didn't see that video?
I heard it. I didn't see it.
So there's a video where he gets up from a meeting with all these executives and walks to the window and like looks out the window to like look at where the ballroom is supposed to be. And it's kind of like, rambling about whatever. Reports are coming out from executives that were at that meeting that are saying that he was farting during the meeting and he smelled like rotten roast beef.
No, stop.
But once again, just like that audio clip, These reports are not coming from reliable sources. It's just people algorithm hustling.
Yeah.
It's not great. This is where
So
we're
it's
at.
a mess, right? It's just a mess out here. It's a complete and utter mess out here.
Speaking of a mess, yo, I had to watch that Eric Adams video again this morning.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
But again, sorry.
Congratulations,
but again,
you played yourself.
I do wish we could see the beginning of this video.
No, I will say she was antagonizing him.
Yes, Laura, I think so too. But it just picks up. But you don't know what happened first. I'm sure it was her, but you don't know what happened first. It just picks up and they're in mid-fight.
Well, what I saw is her antagonizing him because that's where the video started. To your point.
Right.
All right, let's watch it.
Eric Adams, please punch me in the face. I would love if you punch me in the face. Okay, you can get fucked too.
All right?
Yeah, fuck you.
Those days are over.
Yeah, good. Thank God. Damn. And I
You're
can see your
in
ugly
Brooklyn,
ass
isn't
face everywhere. Damn.
That's right.
That's the red state too. Damn.
And again,
now the reason I hit Eric Adams with the button here, even if he was being antagonized, right? As a public person that people on the internet dislike and have something bad to say, I am mentally prepared at all times to de-escalate. Nah, chill, bro. Like, chill.
you mean because there's a chance there are people out there who don't like you and may run into you and say something.
Yeah, chill, bro. Chill. Because they want to get a reaction.
Of course they do.
Right? So that's why I'm hitting Eric Adams with a button because right, he didn't have to tell the girl, go F yourself. Like,
no, I'm not mayor anymore. You're going to see the Brooklyn. All right. Well, you know what? You sound like the mayor. It's the same cheesy-ass bullish you said when you were mayor.
Well, not only that, but what do you mean you're going to see the Brooklyn? Are you threatening the girl? What are you saying? And by the way, it's a woman.
And it did start. See, and Laura, that's the part that's weird, is it does start with her saying, please punch me in the face, Eric Adams. So what did he say before that? That's the thing I'm curious about. Why did she randomly... It's a random line to pull out is please punch me in the face.
Right. I hear you.
Well, and also, if he hadn't said something that prompted her to say that, right, wouldn't you go, yo, I would never do, like, what are you talking about?
That's definitely what you would do. That's definitely what you would do.
I'd be like, yo.
Punch you in the face.
Like, why would we do that?
We're having a conversation, and you're a lady. What are we even...
Right.
Exactly.
So your response wouldn't be to like turn around or like, because he definitely looks like the aggressor when he turns around and she's in his space and she's kind of pinned up against the wall.
Well, then she just pushes past him. But I just wonder what was said. Now, listen, my prediction is based on nothing except the energy of the two people. My guess is she saw Eric Adams and said, oh, I'm going for it, and started talking ish. Eric Adams is no longer mayor anymore, so he's just back to being the regular slime ball he generally was as NYPD. And then he started talking ish back. Someone started recording, and then something was said that led to her going, please punch me in the face, Eric Adams.
You think he said, don't get punched? Don't get punched in the face.
That's what it feels like.
Now, what is
People could get punched in the face around here, something like that. That's what it feels like.
What is this talk of Eric Adams and cryptocurrency that you guys were having in the chat? What is this?
Yeah, Griff said that. I guess he's running a play with some sort of cryptocurrency. And I didn't know if Griff was joking or if part of the grift, not Griff, is that he says it's literally to fight anti-Semitism, this crypto thing.
I'm sorry.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Lou said it was on the prep 2 days ago, and he did say that.
How can I find a way to grift people out of money and kiss ass to APAC at the same time? A crypto coin. Perfect for making money and stealing money from people and kissing ass of APAC all at once.
Fighting anti-Semitism. It is so crazy.
This is the I Love Israel coin, Ebros. I need the Ebros drop.
Speaking of Israel, do we have the Mike Pompeo video?
If you didn't ask for it, my guess is
I did ask for it.
Well, then we have to have it. This is professional.
I mean, listen. But speaking of Israel, Mike Pompeo's an attorney and former U.S. Secretary of State.
Mm-hmm.
I sent it in the chat, Bascom, this morning. when nobody was paying attention, I guess, where it said, need this video, need this video?
The next generation of young people won't remember October 7th in the same way. That's true in Israel and in America and broadly in the world. And we need to make sure two things. One, it's not that we don't forget. We need to make sure that the story is told properly so that when the history books write this, they don't write about the victims of Gaza, right? They can't, the history. And it's, I should be a little more precise. There were victims in Gaza, right? It's true. There are civilian casualties in every war that's ever been fought. But the victims were the people of the nation state of Israel. The aggressor was the Iranian regime in the proxy of Hamas. And we need to make sure that the history books reflect that. And that requires each of us every day to talk about it in real time with our children, with our grandchildren, about it in a way that is serious and thoughtful and complete and moral.
Yo, I'm so exhausted by the idea that when, that's all this work over time, and the idea that when you talk about October 7th, which was a horrible moment, you wouldn't talk about the tens of thousands of people in Gaza who were killed, or even make that a part of the story of
before or after. It's just he's saying that you should only speak about that day with no context to what will happen before, which again, you will never catch me justifying October 7th. But the story is a much deeper story. When the day October 7th comes around and you want to commemorate the people who lost their lives on October 7th, then telling the story of how the kibbutzim were attacked and all those things. Yeah, you should tell the story how it happened.
And the festival and the people at the festival and all that stuff.
And all their stories should be told properly. But for him to just literally be like, yeah, and some other people died, but war happens every day, bro. That's what he did. He just was like, yeah, and then other people die, but let's focus.
There's casualties. There's always innocent civilians who get killed during war. Let's only talk about the innocents who got killed because there's a conflict going on in a region that we took from people who are still pissed about it.
And the conflict's been going on, and they've been fighting back and forth, and that was an escalation that happened after other things had happened. But then again, Ebro, when we talk about 9/11...
by the way, the people who were supposed to be surveilling those people, oddly on this particular day, were nowhere to be found.
Ebro, that's not part of anyone's story, okay? That's only part of the story of people who actually want to find out the truth.
Story. No, it's a part of people's story. That's why they're trying to get Netanyahu in court about that story.
No. That's just those of us who actually want to know the truth about what happened.
Bro.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
But when on 9/11 do we talk about, and then afterwards, hundreds of thousands of people died in Iraq and Afghanistan, and we had a lie of weapons of mass destruction, and it all kind of stemmed from 9/11 happening. We don't mention anything else. Now, granted, that's a day where, of course, the people who died here should be, honored in every way. But, the winners write the history books, and they don't want to talk about the slaughters that happened afterward. Oh, really? That was just an excuse. And for every 9/11 conspiracy theory that there is, the quote unquote conspiracy theory that it would exist about October 7th, meaning Netanyahu let it happen, is way more believable than anything I ever heard about 9/11. It's not even conspiracy theory. It's you look at it and you go, I've been to Israel. You are safe everywhere you go. It feels like you are protected everywhere. There's a reason, guys, even in the midst of war, you can talk to people who travel to Israel regularly.
And they won't know what's happening.
And they'll just tell you, I'm good. I'm not saying this is political. I'm not saying that they are in favor of anything. I'm just saying if they have a trip to make to Israel right now, and you're like, really? You want to go there? They're like, yeah, I'll be fine.
Well, yeah, and then some individuals in corduroys and on the back of motorcycles and they handmade hang gliders jumped through surveillance with in broad day. By the way, in broad daylight.
One of the most sophisticated systems, by the way. We're not going to act like this is just, you know what I mean? They're known for, all of their protections,
Laura,
the Iron Dome,
they
all
say
of that.
A bird can't fly across that area.
Nah, is that really said?
That's what they say. I mean, I don't know the technology, but that's what they say. They can pick up birds flying. The
And yet,
sensors go off.
hours went on as people are being slaughtered. Hours when people being dragged back to Gaza on the backs of bikes. Hours. Nothing happened. But I guess it was just a lapse, bro.
Listen, we got to get to the OGs today, the original gurus. I'm a double back because the racist dog whistles that are taking place outside right now from Department of Homeland Security. Yesterday, we played the Nazi white supremacist song that the White House has put up. And now, did you guys see the whole milk ad is back?
Like the Got Milk ad?
The Got Milk ad is back.
No.
I was today years old when I learned that the Got Milk drinking whole milk thing is somehow celebrated by white supremacists. Because most of the planet is lactose intolerant, and white people are like, this is our strength. We could drink whole milk. Did you guys know this was a thing?
Ebro, come on. Is this?
Never knew that.
I've never heard of this before.
Rasan, you got the clip?
Back in 2017, a group of white supremacists who would go on to host the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally came up with this idea that the fact that Caucasian people have an easier time processing lactose than African people meant that white people were superior. And they would exhibit this superiority together by taking off their shirts and chugging milk. This isn't even a secret. This is something that you can look up yourself. This is something that they're proud of that they do. And Donald Trump isn't even the first president to invoke the idea that whole milk, white milk, somehow improved white lives. Back in 1923, President Herbert Hoover was addressing the World Dairy Council, and he said that whole milk is a nutritionally perfect white drink that is responsible for growing the virality of the white race. Many white supremacists will use a milk emoji in their bio to indicate who they are to other people. There was even a nod to sipping milk in the movie Get Out. This is a dog whistle. This is a dog whistle. This is a dog whistle. They're everywhere. So now you know the history on this one at least.
Oh my God.
Under the Desk News. I love her.
Yeah, me too. I follow her too.
Amazing.
Dang. Man.
Ebro, I'm disappointed in you. You're supposed to have known that.
I did not know that one.
Yeah, surprised. It's the first time I came across your algorithm. But yeah, I didn't know this. Those pictures are wild, bro.
Wild.
That's the thing you want to show off about is the ability to drink milk from other animals?
Take off your shirt and chug some milk.
Why?
But you guys are glossing over the story that Donald Trump now has this new milk ad with the milk mustache back. It's a thing. It's back.
Oh, he brought that. It's
a new promo, I guess.
Yeah, and he's probably going to say it's under the guise of dairy farmers.
Dairy farmers.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I saw.
Which, by the way, sometimes multiple things can be true. Try to get something going with your economy that's failing. / please all my favorite white supremacists. Now you did see the other day, Trump actually went a step further than J.D. Vance did in condemning at least anti-Semitism. He was asked by the New York Times, is there a place for anti-Semites in the Republican Party? And he said, no.
Okay.
We don't need you. J.D. Vance isn't willing to go that far. To the point you were making yesterday, Ebro, about what's coming up next. J.D. Vance, though, you remember at Tipusa, he wants to make sure, hey, we got to make sure we welcome everybody. I have to admit that I had started over time to see enough clips and hear enough things from the comedian Theo Von to think he's not that bad. He has some opinions on some things that are whatever, but he's not an outright bad guy. And then I saw the clip of him moving around of him and another comedian whose name I forget. If anyone remembers, feel free to throw it in the chat. I'll look for it. Talking about Nick Fuentes and how much they like him, and Theo Von actually talking about how brave Nick Fuentes is.
Oh,
He's he's brave, man. He's brave.
This is recent?
Oh, I think it was right now. I mean, it's from his podcast.
Now, is he saying, because it was interesting, because didn't Theo Von go kind of against the ICE stuff?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because he's from Nicaragua, according to
he's got Latin he's got Latin heritage or something like that.
But I think he just went against it because, he's. Oh, and then they used him. They used him in one of the ads.
Got it.
And he got upset about it. Listen, that's the confusing part is he's not all one thing. But I was just I was like, are you a terrible person? Or are you just not good enough with English where you don't realize that when you say someone's brave, you're trying to subtly say, like, stupid brave. Like, you say
I thought
dumb
that's
things.
what maybe he was saying. Like, this guy's wild. Like, this
But
is
that's
wild.
you got. But this is where mastering English matters when you talk into microphone. Brave, Theo, is a positive connotation to the craziest things that he says. When you say he's brave, you want to say that guy's wild. He says some things.
He's bugging.
That's even better. He's bugging. What's the white? Can we get a bugging equivalent for the whites?
Crazy? What crazy?
He's crazy. That guy's crazy.
Crazy.
He says things that are. But it was just, Dave Smith was the other comedian. And I just want to tell them both to go F themselves. Because Nick Fuentes, unlike some of the others, he's in the true category of open Hitler loving. That's why Kanye brought him in, so they could be best buds and love up on Hitler together. That's who we are talking about, a true hateful monster. A guy who hated Charlie Kirk and thought Charlie Kirk was a sellout. Okay? His people think Charlie Kirk was a sellout. Charlie Kirk didn't go far enough for them.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, also, speaking of comedians, podcasters turn people with opinions about things going on in the world, Joe Rogan has a problem with ICE now. Did you guys see that yesterday?
Bro, I'm so annoyed.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
You toed the line. Give me my dance
You
music,
endorsed
man.
this.
Yo, hit my dance. Open the dance floor.
Go ahead.
Joe Rogan, you was doing the dance. You was doing the dance. Oh, yeah, we want Trump, baby. Come bring him on the show. Let me get the algorithm hustle going. You was doing the dance, Joe Rogan. Getting to the bag, baby. Oh, and now you got a problem.
The dance floor is open, folks.
Because they out here doing the dance.
Now, and for the record, Ebro, remember, he didn't just have him on the show. He didn't just endorse him down the stretch, because he did. He endorsed him in the final week, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Joe Rogan here.
Joe Rogan. He showed up and spoke at the victory party.
Oh. Do the dance.
Can we play the clip of now he's changed his mind? Let's hear from Joe.
You don't want militarized people in the streets just roaming around, snatching people up, many of which turn out to actually be U.S. citizens that just don't have their papers on them. Are we really going to be the Gestapo? Where's your papers? Is that what we've come to?
So, yo, hit the dance music, bro. It's so crazy. Are people really going to allow the Joe Rogans and all of these individuals a year later to get out here and dance in your face, soft shoe in your face, like they didn't know this was going to happen? How did I know this was going to happen? How did I know when they were talking about mass immigration, mass deportation, leading into this whole Trump era, this regime? How did I know that we would be here today? And you didn't know?
Listen, I could make the argument right now that he's a moron. That's how. But I don't think that's it.
No, it's because, you know how he didn't know, if we're being honest? It's because you guys have more faith in a reality show TV host and open white supremacists than I do.
And you know why?
Because you're doing the dance. Because everybody got paid. Everybody got paid, bro.
Andrew Schultz, hit the dance floor.
Dance, Andrew, dance.
Theo. Hey, Joe, you gotta come out here. Come on.
Joe Rogan, dance for that money. Dance for that money.
Wait, him too, right? He claimed, like, I didn't vote for this, right?
Yes.
That song came down.
Andrew Schultz said it. Theo Vaughn.
I didn't know when I...
Do the dance.
Man.
Now, listen, on the flip side.
And by the way, throw singles at them, because they might as well be stripping. They might as well be on a stripper pole.
On the flip side, we also, I think, want this to happen. Meaning, it is important that people like him say, yo, this isn't good. Like, I do think, for our own survival, as much as we can make fun of them for it, and we should, we also need as many of them as possible to start being like, nah, this is not okay.
Well, and this is what privilege looks like.
Right. They can choose.
They get to now go, I got paid, I did the dance, and now I get to change. Meanwhile, you got people really, really being traumatized and abused in homes, in streets, kids getting snatched away from families. This is what privilege looks like. You get to sit in your tower with all your money and do the dance.
You are 100%
and then claim,
correct.
oh, I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't vote for
Oh
this.
my God.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They're really doing the thing. Wait, you're saying that
I didn't believe him. I didn't think he was going to do it.
You're saying, wait, Stephen Miller, the guy who, when you look him in the face, you can tell at night he sits there like jerking off to the Wikipedia pages of Hitler and his top people. Like you can tell he lives for white supremacy. Like it's not with Stephen Miller. This isn't political. This is his passion. This is what he loves.
No, since high school,
since high school.
Yo.
Watch the video.
It's documented that Stephen Miller's Jewish family disowned him, does not want to associate with him. They wrote open op-eds in multiple publications saying this person from our family is a bad person. We do not support this person.
We left him years ago. Also documented, he had a Hispanic girlfriend in high school who broke up with him. And after that, he went crazy. Also documented. Watch the video of him attempting to speak in the cafeteria to his student body about we shouldn't have to pick up trash.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
And he gets booed out of the room. And is pulled off the stage like, come on, Stevie. Come on, buddy.
Well,
I'm going to get you out of here.
And so for anyone watching us today, and so has been supporting us for over 10 years, you know what side we were on because there's certain, listen, we're not happy with the government. We're not happy with Democrats, right? Like we've been open about our problems, but there was a lot and our issues. There was a line we were willing to draw at supporting open white supremacy and Nazis and fascism and things that were just straight up bad and abusive to the population of the United States of America. I believe that I have a lot of issues with the United States of America, but I've always hoped that the systems that we have in place, people would respect, and there will be a certain level of decorum at the political level. That's gone. And the billionaires who financed where we are today, they wanted that decorum gone because they get to benefit from it. Meanwhile, the rest of us have to deal with the fact that there's straight negativity. The tone is bad. Communities are divided. Families are divided. But all of this was paid for by billionaires who are benefiting. The Peter Thiels, the Elon Musk, they paid for all of it. And they've been bankrolling it for years. Project 2025. Do you guys remember the day I brought Project 2025 to the
No, but I know it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard about Project 2025?
What do you mean?
No, but at the time, and people were like, no, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I want to be wrong. There's a lot of things I say, I want to be wrong. I don't want to be right a lot of times. I want to be wrong. Unfortunately, I've been right too many times when it comes to this Trump and this white supremacy and these Nazis and this fascism thing.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that the people, and we all knew people like this, I can name them by name if you want. Shawnee, Seif was like this.
Was?
No, like this, what I'm about to say. Like, yeah, I don't vote, and they're all bad. Real quick, I'm just curious. When you're watching the people dressed up in fatigues who a month ago were on the couch, who now are joining this sort of paramilitary roaming the streets, snatching children, do you believe it's all the same still?
But how about this?
You believe Kamala is the same?
No, how about
they do though?
How about this though? No. You guys have to have nuance, and I know the internet is not a place for nuance, but you got to have nuance.
Okay.
The whole American system can be bad, right? At the federal level, the Democrats and the Republicans and how their gamesmanship to stay in office and bankroll things to be in office and the games they play to get things done can be bad. That can be bad.
Yeah.
What we're seeing now is worse.
Absolutely.
It's not the same.
But
I'm just changing the language. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
it's
make
nicer
sure we're
language,
saying,
but it's
I'm just trying to make sure that we're saying one thing isn't good and one thing is bad.
Would you like the dry chicken? Would you like the dry chicken or would you like the horse manure? I'll go with the dry chicken.
Right.
Why
dry
is that
chicken
hard?
is bad. Dry chicken is bad. Horse manure is worse. I'm just trying to make sure we are having a clear.
And Rasan made a great point too. He wrote, "They will say Obama deported people too."
Oh my God!
Yes,
that is the right wing talking point that they continue to regurgitate.
Yo, people get
over
deported.
and over and over.
And it's important. But it's important. It's important because all presidents deport people.
Yes,
it's the how.
It's due process. That's the difference. Due process. And the Obama administration did their best to not separate families. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say yes, yes, yes. You know what I mean? But not what's happening right now, guys.
Well, Laura, I don't even know. I can't even pretend to get in the details of how it was done under Obama. But what I can say is this. They're just going through cities and terrorizing people. They're not even all quote unquote illegals.
Yesterday we reported an American citizen, a kid, who was picked up at work in the parking lot. They threw him in a car and drove 8 miles down the road. And when they figured out he was an American citizen, just dumped him out on the road and he walked back to work crying. It's on video.
So this isn't even related. And the craziest thing is, and they mentioned this in the New York Times interview with Trump, they really have gotten, unlike the first time, they really have gotten the border crossings number like extremely low, right? They've supposedly actually shut down the border.
Yeah.
So if you've shut down the border properly, why do you need to go terrorize people?
Because they want to reverse. Here's the point.
Remigration.
Remigration, Rosenberg. They want to whiten the United States of America. Black and brown people are about to outnumber the whites. They want remigration. They want these people out of here because they do not want us, the black and brown, to outnumber the whites. That's the real subversive piece of what people voted for when you talk about supporting white supremacy, fascism, Nazism.
And that's Stephen Miller. That's the real Stephen Miller of it too. That's
and these dog whistles that I just showed you a minute ago that we was giggling about.
Yeah.
When we was 20 years old. All of this is tied to getting white power back.
And don't forget, Elon Musk is up there retweeting all of this. He's 100%.
Meanwhile, by the way,
people are under attack.
By the way, white people are under attack and they still own or still control all the power positions in corporate America, in the government. Any power structure is controlled by white people in the United States of America. And this is how they're acting.
Bro, ever since they captured Maduro, now they're like, all right, well, he's gone. All the Venezuelans can go back to their country. It's literally a reason to just continue. And in that Trump New York Times article, guys, we I don't even know if we really touched on this, where he said that civil rights led to white people being treated very badly. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No, but that quote sounds so him. They also did ask him, does he want the country to be whiter? And he was like, no. And they're like, well, because you're only letting in, it seems that you only want to let in like white South Africans. He just blew past it. He said, no, I don't want that.
Of course. He's not going to say that.
Why can't they represent for what they want?
Because, man, everything's got to be underhanded. They're not going to be overt about everything.
Congratulations, you played yourself.